exile Iberian Jewish families of the late 15th century of North Africa. Okay, so when all this went down in 1492, they start persecuting the Jews in Spain. All right, and these are the people that they were persecuting, and they ran into North Africa. The Sephardim, they look like us. These little Fato locals right here, look them. Look like all your nieces and nephews, even your sons and daughters, man. Right, look at that. Alright, I wanted to go over what is a crypto Jew. Crypto Jew is the same thing. This Vato right here, he traced his lineage back and was able to actually get citizenship in Israel because of it. Crypto Jew, his name is Rabbi Yosef Garcia. Alright, they're actually able to trace their lineage back because they're a part of the Sephardim that had been exiled out of Spain around the 15th century. Alright, Yosef Garcia. Right there. Yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to bring out. But the reason why this is important, because yes, we came over as the 10 lost tribes of Israel in 750 BC, but you know, there was still you know, a lot of these brothers were a part of the Southern Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And they came over here during the colonialism and everything. But my point is this is what the original Jews look like. Alright? I hope that was edifying.
All praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to apostle and elders in New York, GMS. Salutation to you out around the world that's teaching the truth. And shalom to you, serious Akwaf that's learning from videos. My name is Maya Ka'ala Bun Gad, the Chicago branch of Great Millstone. I'd like to make a disclaimer that we're not black Hebrew Israelites. We are Israelites. The Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And speckled birds that's scattered abroad. Speckled birds are Israelites who look like other nations, but their fathers' paternal bloodline go back to the 12 tribes of Israel. And we're not fidei with any black identity string groups. We're not fidei with any string groups. We're not fidei with any Islamic groups. We're not fidei with any other Israelite groups. And another disclaimer: this is not a rebuke upon the brother from Mexicans or Hebrew Israelites. All right, it's more like a correction. All right. Because he just said that those now those were Israelites. The picture of those Vatos from Morocco. All right, now those were Israelites, but that's not how originally they looked like. I'm gonna explain you why they looked like that. All right, later on. Okay. Now we all know that you go to Jeremiah chapter 12 verse 9 that Israel came in diverse phenotypes, man, to very dark skinned and very light skinned. All right, but the Southern Kingdom, majority of them, they are dark skinned, man. And they started out there. Now throughout the years, you know, they started mixing with other people. I'm getting to that, but I'm gonna go with how they look in the biblical times, how the scripture describe two. I'm gonna describe one very dark skin, and I'm gonna describe one for very light skin. All right, and it's a scientific fact that that light skin come from dark skin. It's just scientific. All right, just like the color of your beard. All right, it started out as what very actually black. You know, like tar. All right. And then what? When it started turning white, it turns what, like a little reddish color, and then it goes to totally gray or go white. All right, which shows you that light skin come from dark skin. So it's impossible for the original Jews, the Southern Kingdom, to be light skinned, like he said. All right. And again, it's not a rebuke, it's just a correction. All right. And I don't got nothing against the brother. All right. But all this circus was started by you black only Israelites, and you discriminate against our brothers from the Northern Kingdom. I'm from the Northern Kingdom myself. All right. Because I saw I was constantly getting into confrontation fights with the Southern Kingdom, man. All right. But while I was growing up, my mom's Southern Kingdom. All right. But anyway, so it's impossible for the original Jews to look like those light skinned brothers, man, which is didn't. All right. So I'm gonna go in the scriptures of how Israel looked, the Southern Kingdom mainly. All right. Back in the ancient times, man. All right. So you go to let me get this right here. That's not what I wanted. All right, go right here. All right, I've seen some brothers. I believe I seen it on the this other channel, Northern Kingdom Prophets. All right. When he said Niger, man, like he was the distinguished one. He was like very dark skinned, yeah. But the rest of the people, they was brown skinned, man. They weren't very, majority wasn't very light skinned, man. All right. Israel ranged from jet dark to very light, man. All right. All right, like I said again, then later on they start mixing with the other nationalities. But I'm gonna show you. All right, but I'm gonna show you this. It says Acts chapter 13, verse 1. All right, so we're doing the Southern Kingdom. The word nigger. All right, it's actually nigger, man. All right, that's how they pronounced it. All right, let me get this right here. All right. They allowed me to. I don't know. I'm just gonna click on Strong G 3526. All right. And I'm not saying the blue letter always correct, but in some situations it is. Sometimes throw you off. That's why you gotta do your research, right?
Strong's G 3526. Niger.
All right, so it's saying it's black, means very dark skin, all right, very dark brown, all right. So this is the color of the prophet Simon, all right. Just like you go in the Judite community, all right, which I grew up in, all right. We see you got dark brown people, then you got somebody just very, very dark skinned, all right, and we would call him black, or we call him Blackie, all right. So the same situation this, all right. Now then, if you go to First Chronicles chapter 2, verse go to First Chronicles chapter 2. All right, let me get this 2:24. You see Ashur. All right, it says let me get this right. Hope y'all can see this. First Chronicles chapter 2, verse 24. It says and after that, Hezron was dead, and Caliphrata, and then Abiel, Hezron's wife, bare him Ashur, the father of Tekoa. All right, so this is in the line of this is a Judite line. All right, the line of Pharez. All right, Yahushua came from the line of Pharez. All right, but you go into the Hebrew, it says what? It said Asher Karwar. All right, and we all know Shekarwar in Hebrew means black, means very dark skin. All right. So this is one of Yahushua ancestors. All right, you can see right here it says Ashur, black, son of Pharez. All right, so he was very dark skinned. All right, he's extremely dark. Okay, you can see it right here. All right, all right, Ashur Karwar. All right, Israelite Ashur. All right. Yes. Okay. So then you go. Now I'm gonna show you very light skinned. All right, in the scriptures, man. All right. Let's see, that's Satan, man. All right, but anyway, I'm almost. Okay, this is Romans. I'm gonna start with Mark. We're talking about Rufus. Says, and they compelled one Simon Syrian who passed by, coming out of the country, the father of Alexander, Rufus, to bear a cross. All right. And if I ain't said this before, all right, then you had when that Black on the Israelites came out, they heard of the brothers, man. And a couple of the brothers was ancient watchmen. Now I heard that they got mistreated by the Southern Kingdom, and they started teaching this Canaanite doctrine to out of revenge, man. That shouldn't be, man. Their brother, they should have went out and just talk the truth, man. And they the one started this thing where they say that the people in the Middle East, they're very light skinned. They're like the very light skinned Arabs. All right. And that's how your house shall look. That's false, man. And that's incorrect. All right. Like I said in Job, man, you can't get a clean thing out of unclean thing, man. All right. You can't fight the truth with you can't fight a lie with another lie, man. All right. You got to fight it with truth. All right. And Jose Vega and the other guys, man, you gonna pay for that, man. You Black on the Israelites, you gonna pay for that, man. All right, for causing confrontation in our people within our nation, man. All right, that's what I said. All right, so we look up Rufus. All right, it says what? Red. All right, red. All right, light skinned, man. All right, very light skinned. All right, name of a certain Christian. He was an Israelite. All right. It says, salute Rufus, chosen in your house, and his mother and mine. All right. So this was a very a light-skinned Israelite, man. All right. So I'll just show you that. All right. Then I'm gonna show you. Let me show you a picture of this. This brother from Morocco, Tanger, Morocco. Where is that? Where that brother at? That was a sister. All right. See, this is what they don't show you on TV. All right. You see right here, brother, chocolate skin. All right. Hope y'all can see that chocolate skin. This is from Tanger, Morocco. It says right here, Jewish boy. All right. Now I'm gonna read the description out of. Let's see if I get it from 10.2. All right. All right. So this is from the book From Babylon to 10.2 by Rudolph R. Windsor. Now I'm gonna read it. Don't put the camera on here and keep the description. Before you can look at this, I'm gonna read it. It says right here on page 116, From Babylon to 10.2. All right. It says some of the Jews went to Northern Europe, Italy, and Turkey because most of them went to Muslim country of North and West Africa. It said these black Jews would naturally go to African countries, most of all because of less persecution, and they could easily disguise themselves easily among the blacks, meaning the Hamites. All right. It says right here, RHMLS give a graphic description of the Portuguese Jew, Barak Spinoza. It says middle size, good features, skin somewhat black, black curly hair, long eyebrows of the same skin color, so one might know by his looks that he was descended of the Portuguese Jews. All right, and this brother right here, is most like descendant of the Portuguese or Spaniard Jews, man, Sephardic Jews, man. All right, they ran into Africa to Morocco, man. All right, but they're not gonna show you this. All right, those that have historical biases. All right, now, all right, there was another lie that was told by Vega when he said that a so-called Negro was never mistaken for a Arab or an East Indian. That's a lie, man. All right, that's a total lie. All right. And see, you, my brothers from the Northern Kingdom, man, you got to get into the book, all the books. You got to study Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. You got to teach the Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom, man. All right, when you go Isaiah 58:1, it says shows the house of Israel their transgressions, man. All right, it don't say just show the Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom, man. All right. Now this is from Nature's Knows No Color Line. All right. Right here, this is page 57. All right, it says many American Negroes are indistinguishable from Arabs. It says the New York Times, February 2, all right, even though it's misprinted 1945, all right. So it's February 2, 1945, reports of meeting between President Roosevelt and King Abd Saud. It was a matter of considerable astonishment of the king's servants to discover American Negro cooks and mess boys, and it was more than difficult to persuade them that these were not Arabs. Again, all right, it was more than difficult to persuade them that these were not Arabs. The matter was never entirely clear up. All right. So you had King Abd Saud. He thought that Judah, the so-called Negroes, those servants in the White House, he thought that was his people, man. And it never been cleared up. All right. It never been cleared up, man. All right. I'm going to show you how the Arabs look, man. All right. And this is from Sex and Race by J. Rogers, Volume 2, Old World. All right. Arab on top. All right. That was a different king. I don't know. But anyway, it's and you can see it right here, man. They'll go to Arab women. And you see they got the cross. Not all Arabs are Islam, man. All right. You see the sister right here on the left. You see the sister on top, dark. And right here, this is a modern Egyptian. You have a mix of Edom in him. All right. But again, it's not about who your father is. All right. And that's what happened, man, in the so-called Middle East. All right. All the Hamites and Ishmaelites and Israelites, they start mixing in with all these different people, man. All right. There's another book, Valley of the Dry Bones, The Conditions That Face Black People in America by Rudolph R. Windsor. All right. It says right here, it said Sephardic or Afro-Asian Israelites. And it says right here, it says I'll get down right here. It says the complexion of these Sephardic Israelites ranged from jet black, or it means dark brown, to high yellow. All right, like those brothers, that picture from Morocco. All right, it says many of the Israelites from Iran are yellow. From Morocco, they are brown and yellow. From Egypt, they are yellow and brown. And from Afro-Asian countries, look like the people in those countries. The music and dress of Israelite Muslim world is the same as that of Muslim of those countries in addition, all right? So the point is, Jay come in various shades of color. All right. Now the ones that are very light-skinned came from mixing, man. All right. And some of those jakes are in the Middle East, some are from the Northern Kingdom, man. Like those Syrian refugees, those are Ephraim. Those they come from the tribe of Ephraim. All right. Let me see. Let me see. I forgot to read this, but this is the book Golden Age of the Moor. All right, by Ivan Sertima. I'll read this. So he's describing Judah. All right. It says in 1500. Let me get this camera. All right. It says in the 1500s, Jews called Anaziah lived in the hills of Kabar, the capital of Judaism in Arabia. They are now found in North and South Arabia and were described by Italian explorer as black, though some are blacker than others, meaning very dark brown, with voices like women. I mean, they had high voices. They fled alive any Muslim who came within their midst. They are by tradition descendants of those who fled in Judea at the time of Bukha al-Nasr or Nebuchadnezzar, the Caddo Babylon king who invaded their land. All right. Now right here, this is 15. This is right here reference. All right, 15. So I'm gonna go to the end of the chapter, right, to prove. All right. Cause a lot of people say this stuff you made up or anything like that. No, man. All right. And this is how you check facts, man. Will you be in different books or will you cause ain't nothing wrong with Wikipedia, you know, but Wikipedia you gotta check it like 10 times over, man. All right. Let me see. All right, so that was 15, the reference number. All right, so it's from Burton Richard F. Personal Narrative of the Pilgrimage to Al-Medina, Mecca. All right, edited by Isabel Burton, Volume 2. All right, so that's where the source of those dark skinned Judites come from, man. All right, so there's no way Judah, the Southern Kingdom, started light skinned, man. Or medium, man, no. All right, like I said, just like your beard, man, your beard started out what, black, then it started turn like a reddish, brownish, then what, it turned gray or white. All right, that's just a scientific fact, man. All right. Let me see what else. Let me get. All right, but if I show you why some of our people and rest the other nations are light skinned. All right, this is page 168 in the same book. All right, it says right here. It says with the contribution of individuals such as Zaria, Spain flourished, but amidst the beauty and wealth, a social political plague will spread. Jews living between the years of 786 and 1009. Franks and Jews traded Slavs. All right. And those Franks, those were Israelites. All right. The original Franks, France, those are Israelites. France means generous. Ain't nothing generous about you devils, man. Edomites. You're not the original French. You're not the original British. You're not the original Irish. All right. It says right here, it said Franks and Jews traded Slavs and Germans who had been taken prisoner. Talking about the Edomites. All right. Edomites that was living in German, original Germans, those Jakes too. It said on the Frankish territories, thus slave and slave became interchangeable. That's where slave come from. They, the Franks and Jews, made young boys into eunuchs at Verdun. The slaves were driven from France to Spain in great herds like cattle. When they reached their destination, the men were purchased as servants or laborers, the women as household of help concubines. All right, it said many women also imported from Galatia for their blonde appearance attracted the Arab gentlemen. All right, yeah. So when I interviewed a couple Ishmaelites a couple years ago, they said one bit. He said, "Yeah, we got light skin because our forefathers was popping." Basically, he said they forefathers were popping Edomite women, man. All right, and they kept popping us. I saw them light skinned. All right, it says slaves were also traded from Adria. These captives were slaves, and their merchants chiefly Christians. It said this slave trade changed the racial mix in Al-Andalus in Spain. All right, that's why some of our people light skinned. All right, They ran to Morocco with their dark-skinned brother. All right. It said the use of European women at concubines gradually lightened the complexion of Moorish Spain. Though the various process of Moorish Spain became more Caucasian blood than the German realized, it was always blonde, where the Slavs, Germans, or Galatians who were in special demand. So there was a hot commodity, man. All right. It said the practice was not exclusive to Spain. W.E. Du Bois notes that during the 16th century, the Mohammedan rulers of Egypt were buying white slaves, they were buying Edomite slaves by tens of thousands in Europe and Asia and bringing them into Syria, Palestine, and the Valley of the Nile. So that's what these very light skinned people and these light high yellow people, all right. That's why the Middle East looking like that now, man. All right, from very so-called white to very dark skin, man. All right, because I'm telling you, man, you go over there to the Middle East and you thinking this is just one type phenotype, man, you'll get a culture shock, man. If you say something, man, you ain't gonna come home, man. Or you gonna come home. You gonna come home in a box. All right. This is from the book The Englishman, the Moor, and the Holy City. All right, so I hope you all can see that. All right, this is page 46. All right. It says, at the last 5 days after their departure from Rosetta, Timberlake, and Wadrit, arrived in Bulak, a large town by the river from which the road led directly to Grand Cairo. Baloo was Cairo's port, a thriving, busy madhouse. Arrivals and departures where the world met and mingled. The men, a religious group, and ethnically identified by distinctive clothing. This port contained every hue of skin. I'm going to say it again. This port contained every hue of skin, even strange attire. The Moors from Barbary were white turbans, the same people, Israelites, right, into Islam. All right. Green heads, men with green turbans, who by this means advertised they were descendants from the prophet. Right? All right. So you had this doctrine that they descend from Muhammad. Right. Anyway, it says there were Jews in yellow turbans, some of Jewish doctors with high brimless maroon hats. Local Egyptians wore side coats of linen tied at their waists and scarves around their necks. All right. But it says right here, it says the key point is this port contained every hue of skin. All right. All right. So I'll just back up what it said. All right. And let me see if I can squeeze some more stuff. You know what? This is part one. I'm going to come back with part two. Shalom.